Hey guys, what's up? Hey guys, what's up? How y'all feeling? What's up? Hey Deaton, how's it going? How's your Easter? How's your Easter, man? It going okay? Yeah, I know. It's been a it's been really busy week for me. But how's it going? Yeah, how goes it? Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I know it's been a very busy day for you. Yeah. Hey, well, it's always better to wish people, when you can. Wish people good when you can. I even wish Ayusha happy Easter, even though he don't celebrate it, but that's cool too. If he doesn't, okay. Yeah, I wish him a happy Easter too. Yeah, that's right. I do. Oh, I finally got one. Oh, you did? Bet, man, bet. You got Wi-Fi. Wow, man. Shoot. I'm glad you got Wi-Fi, man. I'm glad that happened. Yes, I am. Cause I'ma tell you, it's a good thing you did get Wi-Fi. Yeah. See, I'm just gonna lay it out there for you, bro. It's like I'm not simping for anybody. Try to be fair to everybody. You can't please everybody. I don't try anymore. I'm just gonna come on here and talk to people and you know, and if certain people don't wanna be cool with me, oh well, you know, because whether you know it or not, you can always make friends. I mean, anywhere you go. No, now yeah, I know. Isn't that cool? Yeah, now you don't have to use Wi-Fi at the bowling now. Yeah, now you can start streaming if you want to. Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, yeah, you can start streaming when you want. Uh huh. Come on, trust me, she won't break it. Hmm. Probably was an accident. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm always good, man. And I'm just gonna say it like this. Even Even though Mr. Roy is, even though Mr. Roy is probably enjoying his college, I wish him a very happy Easter, and may he pass all his exams and such. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, I do have class. Uh-huh. And that's okay. It's okay. I mean, I read some things that made me very unhappy. So, you know, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. I'm not see, I'm not simping for nobody, never was. But I'll tell you this, it's okay. You wanna say I'm simping for people, that's your hang up, but I'm not gonna, do that. So, you know, all I can do is, hang and do, what I'm doing and try to keep up, try to keep doing good, me and my buddy Deep hanging out, on the talk show circuit, hanging out, chilling, you know. It's good to have him here. Yeah, Deep, it's good to have you here, man. You know that. It's good to have you here. Yeah, and I'll be glad to where Mr. Roy is concerned. Yeah, I am good to tell him this. Ayush, I believe that you didn't. Well, I'll put it like this. Now on, unless it comes from you, I believe you didn't say it, but I did read it, so and it was written in your. Yeah, you did write it, so unless you say it to me, I won't believe it. But still, dude, come down to that. I don't think I would ever confide in. I don't think I would ever tell anybody again, especially when they misconstrue things and say things that I never said to them in the first place. Say, you know what? Um, I'm not doing that. But I will do this. We'll do this. I will say that when it comes down to that, he's not a bad person. He's just him. That's all I'm gonna say. He's just not a bad person. He's just himself, unto himself, and that's what I have to say. And I hope his family has a very happy Easter holiday because that's what I'm wishing for everybody. Have a very happy Easter holiday, everybody. And I'm not gonna, I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna talk about the negative stuff. That's all in the past. I'm just done with it all. You know, I just want to be on here chilling with with the homies, and you know, and that's it. Just give, just give a little back. Just hang out. So, anybody else in the gallery? Oh, I got two. I got two. Oh, the second watcher. Hey, how's it going? And happy Easter, because I know Easter's tomorrow. Happy Easter to you. And yeah, many happy returns. And yeah, and to my friend Colin, happy Easter to you. Even though, yeah, even though I might have to work on Easter, but happy Easter to you. Okay? Yeah. I mean, we're cool and everything, but jobs come first. You know? That's just it. That's just it. Jobs come first. You know? So, anybody else in the gallery you want to chime in? Chime in. I mean, hey, it's like, it's all good, you know? Happy Easter and the holiday to you. Everybody. I'll invite somebody. I'll share it with y'all. Invite someone. I'll share it. Because what you did was wrong. Yes, hello. How are you? Yes. Yeah, I want to know. Yeah. What are you guys doing for Easter? What are you guys doing exactly? You, you guys having dinner with family or what? Talk to me. Oh well. I guess I'll just, you know, chill out. But other than that, hey, you know, it's all good. But what I'm saying is, man, to be on the real, yeah, shouldn't do things like that. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch movies on Easter, probably. hang out with some friends, and just generally do. Nothing big, but you know, it's okay. So it's really okay. If you don't really, you know, understand, or that's all I'm gonna say. And I'll leave it like that. And I can't do that. When people are disrespectful to you, time for a deal. It's a deal breaker. Yeah, it's a very big deal breaker. I mean, that's what I say. But you know, I'm just gonna say like this. It's the Easter holiday. I pray for everybody to have a good one. You know, pray for all the kids to have fun. All the kids to have fun. You know, great fun, and for all my friends to have fun too, and just in their own little ways, just have fun. Just generally have a blast. Michael, Michael Lambert, uh, Jules, Harry. Just have a blast. It's like have fun, guys. I mean, do what you do. I know you're in a different country than me, but hey, I gotta say, have a good, have a blast, man. Do what you do, barbecue, whatever. You know, just do it. If you want to barbecue, do it. If you wanna have a party, do it. If you wanna just listen to music, do it. Watch movies, do it. Invite friends over, have a blast. That's what you do. Just do it. And Deaton, thanks, man, for stopping by. 'Cause, yeah, man, that's very decent. And what I'm saying is, y'all just have a good one. It's all right. What I'm saying is, it's all right. You know, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, you wanna basically, yeah, just just have a good one. Have a nice, have a good, you know, watch some Easter movies. Like Prince of Persia or something. Aladdin. The little drummer boy, something. You know, chill out, play some video games. Hang out with your boys. See, my, I was gonna, I was just gonna kind of hang out and just chill. Just be on here and hang out with you guys. You know, we can talk about movies. Yeah, let's talk about movies. Movies are cool. We don't have to talk about that other stuff. I mean, we can talk about movies, other stuff. We don't have to talk about the other. I mean, all the drama and stuff. We can leave that behind for one day. I mean, come on. Let's leave it. Let's leave it where we found it. Let's have a blast. We can talk about movies and you know. I saw this show that came on, Almost Human, about a police officer. whose partner dies in the line of duty. So they give him an android, right? And him and his android are solving all these crimes. It's generally a good show. Yeah, it's a great show, and it comes on Tubi TV. You need to check it out if you want to. You can check it out. It's a good show. You know, I enjoy it. Because I like things like science, technology. So I enjoy sci-fi. I like things like Star Trek, and um, I've seen every Star Trek movie out, basically. Yeah, yeah, I'm a real Star Trek guy. Yeah, I also saw not this new Battlestar Galactica, but the old one that came out in the 70s. Yeah, the 68 and 70. Yeah, that was a pretty cool Battlestar Galactica because their spaceships look kind of real with their, the lasers coming out. You didn't have all these bullets flying all over everywhere. And you didn't have those unreal flight suits that look like something somebody just picked up and threw on you, zipped it up both ways, and just said, "Go ahead out there, man." You know. The only other Battlestar spinoff that I did not like was Battlestar 1985. I mean that what was going through people's minds when they made that? I mean that's like a poorly written Buck Rogers season of Buck Rogers where nothing went right, and the show just got kind of poor ratings in the reviews. I mean, luckily it's still alive in syndication. Seriously, but they got other shows on um Tubi, like The Flash. We're not talking about the WB's Flash. We're talking about the Flash that used to come on CBS at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. John Wesley Shep played Barry Allen, a forensic detective. Who was struck by lightning while working in his laboratory and woke up with super speed. I mean, the origin of the other Flash, Grant Gustin. Grant Gustin's Flash, um, it wasn't exactly true to form, but um, that's the Flash that everybody's going with as far as continuity. But in the canon version of the Flash, John Wesley Shep's Flash is closest to the comic book Flash. You know, he's closest to it. His Flash is the more believable because his Flash is based not only on the comic book, but you see his Flash doing things that in the comic book, the other, let's just say Grant Gustin would have never thought to do these things. I mean, the Flash would, and I'm gonna tell you this: the Flash never threw lightning at people. That's one thing he never did. Not even in the comic books. I mean, you've seen him speed past people to the point where almost knocking them over, but it never amounted to hitting people with lightning bolts and stuff like that. That's a little self. That's a little self-indulgent, you know. I mean, a lot of people, kind of don't see Grant Gustin's Flash as canon because his Flash is not true to form. Because Barry Allen was not just a crime scene investigator; he was also a police officer. And he did arrest people. He did arrest people. He did he did investigate crime scenes, run blood tests and stuff like that. I mean, he did it all, but when it came down to Grant Gustin, basically his his Flash was kind of like the DC 52 Flash, like the Ezra Miller Flash. You know, he got his power through a reactor explosion. He was hit by radioactive lightning and given the power, given the speed, given speed, the speed force. He's like a overindulgent kid with a new toy. You can't really quantify the things that the Flash can really do if you really want to know, because the comic book Flash did everything. Like he was able to run around the world, reverse the magnetic pull of the planet Earth to keep it from falling into the sun. He was able to actually run backward. Not on. It's not on. It's not on. He was able to run backwards and forward through time. He was able to, and he did not need a cosmic treadmill or whatever. You know, he didn't need a treadmill driven by tachyons in order to run through time. He just did it. If he needed to go somewhere in the past, present, or future, he just did it. There was no, I need a treadmill. I gotta run around the building about a couple thousand times until a breach opens up and I can just jump through. I mean, I mean, Grant Gustin's Flash. I'll just say, in making Grant Gustin's Flash, they took a lot from the comic book Flash. He didn't travel through time by accident. If he did, it was always by design. He didn't have to his enemy Professor Zoom, or whether you call him the Reverse Flash. Well, Zoom wasn't a time traveler called Eobard Thawne. He was a guy called. Actually, he was a time remnant from the time Barry Allen jumped through time, and every time you jump through time, a remnant of time is created. It's like a point in time. What that Barry Allen did was, instead of being the good Flash of his, instead of being the hero, he decided he was going to be the only speedster. And he decided to use the speed force. He started to track the speed force. And every time the Flash would run backwards and forward through time, he would run into Zoom and they would fight. And sometimes their fights would create like time ripples. And every time they would hit each other, they would split off into remnants. So one day, instead of fighting the Flash, Professor Zoom, in one of his clashes with the Flash, he managed to draw blood from him and create this clone called Pollux. And he was teaching Pollux how to use his powers, and they were running, super speeding through time, through the city. And Pollux stopped because he saw this kid. Professor Zoom kept going, and he went by this kid so fast that the kid got sucked into the street and almost got hit by a truck. If it wasn't for the fact that Barry Allen was coming out of the shoe store when he saw the kid, and he was able to project his flash suit out in front of him, sort of run into it, grab the kid would be dead, you know. Zoom was not the kind of person. He was the kind of comic book villain that didn't have any kind of restraint. Like on the Saturday morning cartoon shows, you had the villain trying to kill the hero, but this villain, the Saturday morning villain, will always leave wiggle room for the heroes that try to think their way out of things, you know. But Zoom was the kind of villain that if he got you to where he could kill you, make no mistake, he'll do it. He'll do it, and he wouldn't think about it. I mean, he one time, he was one time he had committed a robbery. He had committed a robbery, and he was fighting. I think he was fighting two of the Justice League members. Um, at this time, I believe Dick Grayson was still Robin. It was him. It was him, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and they were trying to subdue Zoom. But Zoom ran around them so fast he sucked the air from the bubble that they were in. And when they passed out, he was able to subdue them. He took Wonder Woman's magic lasso and he tied them up, hanging them on a light pole. While he was able to commit the crime, all the while he's running away, and in the distance you can hear him laughing as he's running away from them. I mean, then the Flash showed up because he wondered what happened to the others. He showed up, he was running, and he managed to see them as they were hanging on a pole. He ran by them, managed to untie them and keep going. He searched Zoom. He searched the world for Zoom, and he found him. Him and Zoom fought for like days. Each time they fought, it would come to a draw. So one day, Barry Allen created this. He created this. He created this cold projector to stop Zoom. So he tricked Zoom into chasing him. And when Zoom was chasing him, he managed to run around the corner, split off from a remnant. The remnant kept going, but Zoom chased the remnant, and the Flash was able to freeze him solid in a block of ice. And what they did was they managed to remove the Speed Force from him, and they sent him back to his own time. But what he did was he created this. What he did was he stole this tachyon device from this doctor that he knew about on his Earth, and he miniaturized it and equipped it to his suit. And the power that the device would charge his suit with would give him would like give him like a pseudo speed force. You would be able to come back and like fight them again. But it was always to a standstill. Um It wasn't until his last fight with the Flash that he met his end. He died as a result of he ran he ran at the Flash, and as they materialized, running through time, the Flash took the tachyon device and pushed him through a breach. And when he materialized on his own world, he aged from he aged from the 30-year-old man that he was to 100. He aged 70 years in like seconds. I mean, and that's just the DC canon right there. But the very first Flash was a guy named Jay Garrick. He was the very first Flash. He was a highway patrolman, and he was chasing a bank robber. And what happened is a light pole popped its wires, and it came down on the road. And he tried to swerve around the wire, but at the same time, the wire got struck by lightning, and the electricity hit his bike, throwing him across the road. He was in a coma for like 2 months. He woke up. He just kept having these, blackouts. His body wasn't used to the acceleration. He kept having these blackouts until until he can get a handle on it. But in order for him to get a handle on it, he had to eat large amounts of food. Like he had to digest 10,000 calories a day to maintain his body's metabolism. You know, because the Flash burns up energy like he's like a high performance car. He burns up energy really quick. So, you know, that's how it is. And what it is every time he uses his speed, the speed force, he would he would have to eat something because, his metabolism would take a beating because he would burn up the nutrients in his body. He'd have to replace the nutrients in his body, like iron, protein, and everything. So what he did was he not only did he have to consume the 10,000 calories, but he also had to work out, practice using his speed, you know, but he couldn't use it in his regular clothes. So what happened is he got some. They made this. His first suit came from Professor Stein at Star Labs. He took a Russian dive suit, and he chemically reinforced it. He made the suit. He made the whole suit friction resistant. So when he used his super speed, he would burn his way out of it. I mean, and he also did this. He found a way to compress the suit into a projector, you know, into like a projector, like a ring. So whenever he had to change, make the Flash change real quick, he would he would project the suit out, in front of him, and he would kind of vibrate into the suit and do what he had to do, you know. But Grant Gustin's Flash, it didn't make any sense for him to run all the way back to Star Labs, change, and then come back to the scene of the crime. Because logically, if you had to do that every time, by the time you got back to the crime scene, the criminals would be gone. I mean, you might as well had showed up and had your flash gear in a briefcase, because at least with it in the briefcase, you could have made the change, stopped the criminals, and that would have been that, you know. But what I'm saying is, when Jay Garrick became the Flash, he had his suit was always, if he had to be on patrol, his suit always had to be close by. Like he always carried the suit in a compartment on his motorcycle. Or when he started like riding in a police car, his suit was always in a trunk in a briefcase. You know? And that's what he did. But that was it. I mean, when it came down to Barry Allen, they did a lot of things that wasn't canon with the Flash. A lot of things. Like the Flash never had problems with Captain Cold. He never had problems with him. I mean, other than that freeze cannon,